Well, it was to test the best social networking sites on the whole of the internet.
Ever. Social networking sites enable you to stay in touch with people across the world. Friends, strangers, celebrities. You can find them all on a number of sites. But there are two main ones right now battling it out for supremacy.
I'm all about Facebook. 3 billion minutes a day are spent on it by people sharing photos and videos, organising events and finding friends. It's the biggest social network around with over 175 million active users.
Yes, but its throne is under threat from a site that's taking over the world, and I'm a massive, massive fan. Twitter is a micro-blogging site where you can link in with anyone else on the site and see what they're saying. It's currently the third biggest social site, and visits rose by a whopping 1,200% last year.
But which is best?
To find out, we've got ourselves one heck of a challenge.
Using just our social networking website of choice, we had to get people to join us at London's Somerset House for a head-to-head dance-off.
As many people as we could muster dancing like idiots to a hip-hop beat.
And we've got less than a week to do it. So, where to start? Well, I headed home to get the word out. Right, first of all, I'm going to enlist the help of some of my friends. Now, the average user on Facebook has about 120 friends, but, you know, I've been on the telly for a wee while, so I've got a few more. So what I'm going to do is update my status and see if I can drum up some interest. More than 18 million users update their status at least once a day. A status is a short announcement that can be seen by all of your Facebook friends.
Meanwhile, I was spreading the word to my Twitter network. I don't have friends as such, but I do have followers. And when I want to communicate with them, all I do is enter my message into this box. Now, it's limited, unlike Facebook, to 140 characters, which is about a good sentence and a half. These updates or tweets are like mini blog posts. They can only be seen by people who choose to follow me. They'd already started showing interest, and the challenge was only a few hours old.
I'd got a few responses as well, but people wanted more information. Luckily, Facebook's perfect for that. It was time to create an event. So, event creation is a big deal on Facebook. Increasingly, take, for example, club nights. It's how they go about marketing themselves. And over 2 million new events are created every month on Facebook. So I've got my dongle, going to get started. When setting up an event, it's best to include as much information as possible. Then, you just choose who to invite. I asked all my friends and asked them to ask their friends too. It's me. Started time to do a bit of shopping. The level of detail I could put in the invite was a massive advantage over Twitter's 140-character messages. And no sooner had I sent the invite than people started replying. I've literally just sent that on Facebook, and I've got a message. Hi, Gail, sounds awesome. How long would I need to be there for? Great!
I was generating a bit of a buzz as well. But there's so much happening in the world of Twitter that messages can sometimes get lost or overlooked. So I needed a way of getting them noticed. One of the ways I can do this is with a hashtag. Hashtags are a way of just highlighting one phrase within your message so that it's more noticeable to everyone on Twitter. After some online discussion, I went with Gadget Show Mob as the slogan-like tag. Now, if I send that, everyone on Twitter will see it, but also lots of sites designed to pick up anything with the hash symbol in front of it will also pick it up, and it'll get distributed throughout the internet. At least that's the theory. And the theory worked. My hashtagged messages were being talked about and monitored, and that meant, for a few hours at least, my hashtag was the most used phrase on Twitter. It's the biggest thing on Twitter right now globally.
But interest doesn't always translate into attendance. And as the week progressed, we were both getting a lot of comments of the sorry, busy variety. I needed to get people to commit to turn my maybe attendings into definites. I was thinking of judging mine up a bit, you know, making it a bit more funky on my Facebook. I wondered if you could give me a hand.
Yeah.
One of the best ways to drum up interest and get people to pay attention to what's going on is with pictures. And this is one of the best things about Facebook, the fact that you can share your photos. In fact, there's over 850 million photos shared on Facebook every month. They're really easy to upload, and whether they're for an event or just to show your friends, Facebook's great for sharing pics.
But it wasn't just Gail who could use her photos to help her out. I was using them to get people involved in this whole dance-off build-up. I've got to take a picture of you guys so that everyone on Twitter understands what's going on. There's the picture. I'm going to transfer it into what's called a tweet pic. This application on my iPhone enables me to add a picture, and then it'll come up in the Twitter sphere as a little link, a little crunched-down miniature URL. And there it is. And look, I've got replies already, look. The sound guy looks like he has a huge tail. He's referring to the boom. You see, and they're all coming in replies real time. That's the thing about Twitter. It's instant. But instant or not, I wanted to spread the word still further. Luckily, one of my Twitter followers suggested something that would help. Jonathan Ross and Philip Schofield are two of the biggest users of Twitter in the world, with hundreds of thousands of followers. I sent them messages to see if they'd forward my Gadget Show mob to their followers, or retweet, as it's known. It was worth a try. And with less than 24 hours to go, I was pleasantly surprised. Check it, look! Philip Schofield's replied, look, this Friday, get to Somerset House, London, blah, 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 picnic with Jason from the Gadget Show. Fantastic. With last-minute messages flying out left, right and centre. Time was nearly up, and we'd done all we could.
The question was, would anyone actually turn up? Come on, people. Where's my Facebookers? So...
It was nearly dance-off time. And seeing the scale of Somerset House, we realised what an enormous fall we'd set ourselves up for. Here we are, Gail, finally, at Somerset House. And in a few moments' time, we're going to find out which is most effective, Facebook or Twitter.
Well, the thing is, we've had loads and loads of interest, but what I'm worried about is that if anyone is actually going to turn up.
Yeah, it is slightly worrying and potentially incredibly embarrassing if no one does. So, with that in mind, I'm just going to go on Twitter.
I think,
yeah. I'm just going to do the Twitter thing.
It was probably too late by now, but worth sending out a few last-minute messages to people, trying to convert a few of those maybes into definites. I'm getting a bit nervous. It's quite exciting, really. It's like, you know, when you have a birthday party when you're about 14 and you've invited the whole class and only one person comes. Or was that just me? But it's that kind of feeling. I settled down to some last-minute tweeting as well, but as I started, I was aware that I wasn't alone. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is social networking as it should be. I'm actually putting faces to my tweets.
Hey, Fitz.
Hey, Fitz, I know, yeah. My Twitter followers had started to turn up already. There was still an hour to go, and a slow trickle of people were joining my ranks. This is Richard Lane, look. He's just sent me a Twitter, and he said, at Jason Bradbury, sitting next to you. There he is. Oh, Richard, how you doing, man? I love it. I wasn't having as much luck. I'm really sorry I can't come to the dance-off. I've moved to Beijing. Alas, I've just been discharged from hospital after a knee operation. I'm actually wondering if these people just genuinely hate me. With the stewards counting people in, I was nervous. Facebook is absolutely fantastic for staying in touch with friends and checking out their photos, but I was beginning to doubt how good it was for a gathering. We headed off to get changed while the final preparations for the event were underway. As we emerged in our dance clothes, it looked like all our efforts were paying off. Well, for me, anyway. With 20 minutes to go, loads of my Twitter followers were already gathered. It's great, I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, but the weird thing is that I like it. Whereas I had approximately 0 people in my corner. You here for the dance-off? You here for the dance-off?
There's a dance-off?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me! You're not on Twitter, are you?
On Twitter?
Oh, yeah, good, thanks. Facebook! Where's Facebook? I could only hope that people would turn up at 1 when their lunch hour started. While Gal fretted, I decided to work my crowd. This is incredible. I think people are going to talk about this because Facebook is not looking good. Slowly but surely, Facebook people were arriving for me. You're Facebooking me! Hey! Rock and roll! But it looked like it could be too little too late. Time was nearly up. Guys, it's 1 o'clock! This is it! Right, everyone, follow me this way! Come on, Facebookers as well, don't be embarrassed. As the crowd moved over, it was clear to see just how many people had turned up. It was truly amazing. Look at you lot, look at you lot! Wow! There are so many of you. As the two groups split, I was left facing a wall of tweeters. I did get a few last-minute stragglers to swell my ranks. Facebook! Yay! But it wasn't enough. Is everybody ready? Is the Twitter crowd ready? Let's get this party started right, as my nan used to say. Oh, yeah! Gail and I kicked things off,
bust in a few choice breakdance moves. OK!
After a while, we got the crowds to join in. And what my Facebook crew lacked in numbers, they made up for with enthusiasm.
And regardless of the numbers, the benefits of Facebook and Twitter were plain to see.
There weren't many of them, but I knew everyone who turned up to dance for me. And that reflects the true nature of Facebook. It's a place where you can socialise and stay in touch with real friends you're unable to see, wherever they are in the world.
Ready?
For me, it was testament to the virtues of Twitter that I've been able to organise this with complete strangers. More and more it's becoming a way for people to follow their favourite celebs' every move or stay in touch with the latest updates from pretty much any organisation you can think of. It's like a news feed with a community feel. My guys were even posting pictures and videos on Twitter during the event.
As we wound the event up with a spectacular move from Jason and one of his crew, it was time for the final count.
It was obvious Twitter had won, but by how many?
MySpace! Yay!
Well, in the end, it was me and Facebook with a respectable 23, but Jason and Twitter took it with a spectacular turnout of 208. Not bad for something arranged in just 5 days.
Thank you to everyone!